football feeling Thursday here at the pit, the famous pit practice field, the East Lansing High School Trojans. Long time this has been a practice field down here on Bircham, and grass is looking pretty nice. And with me today, honored to have with me one of those East Lansing football legends on a lot of levels. What embarrassing. He's Rufus Jackson, who has two sons in the East Lansing football program, as a former East Lansing Trojan, now playing at Albion College, and he coaches for Coach Bill Ferracco here in the varsity level. He played on the state champion East Lansing Trojans. Rufus Jackson, that was 1992? 91.
Yep,
91 season, your junior year.
Yes, sir. Junior year.
Okay, I want to get I'm going to get that game out of the way quickly. I want to ask you one question about that.
Okay.
And you're a standout lineman. You went on and played at Central State.
Yes, sir. Yep.
College football, and a lot of college football players came off the team. My question is, though, you always hear that Randy Kender was the stud, you know, the guy who carried the mail, you know, the pigskin. But wasn't there this Nathaniel Odd guy that handed him the ball? Wasn't that job as important as what Randy did? So it was like 50-50 as far as what they contributed to that team, or not?
It could have been maybe more 80-20. Nathaniel's
really
carried a lot of the brunt of the weight.
Oh, well, Randy was just doing the easy part.
He was doing the easy part, just taking the ball. You know, and he had a head start, and he just got to run.
Anyway, all kidding aside, Randy Kender was an outstanding football player. When I played at Notre Dame, played in NFL with the
Sure did.
Packers and
the Eagles. Yes, sir.
There you go. So anyway, I want to have you on Tom's State, Rufus, because I think of all, the high school football, what a roller coaster ride you've been through.
Yep.
So I saw your kids out there. They were literally, folks, dragging the weight room out to Lindsey Adams Stadium to have their weight room outside to make properly social distance.
Yes, sir.
Do all the protocols to avoid COVID-19 spread. And you did all that, and everything was going along good. All of a sudden, the plug got pulled, and you're not going to play high school football. And then this past weekend, or a week ago, whatever, you are playing high school football. Take us through Rufus Jackson's life in the last couple months as not only a coach, but a dad for high school football players who have, had to follow that journey of up and down.
So in the beginning, I think we were like a lot of people. We didn't exactly know what was going on. We didn't know how long it would take. When we got the okay to begin, it gave us a sense of direction to get the kids outside, to get them working out, to kind of keep team unity going. And the kids are resilient.
People don't realize young people are more resilient than you give them credit for. Really.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And many times I think it's tougher on us adults, who are kind of set in our ways, and change is hard for, I don't want to speak for everyone, but change is hard for me.
Yeah.
So the stop and go was tough.
Yeah.
I don't think it was very tough on either of my high school football playing sons. Brevin and Kieran, they just kind of went with the flow.
Yeah.
Workouts at 9, workouts at 10. Okay, we'll be there. For me, I have to adjust my work schedule. I have to adjust certain things.
As one of the top insurance agents in Greater Lansing and beyond.
Well, thank you. But for me, it's somewhat of an adjustment, and I'm just happy to be able to know at 4:15 every day, we're getting to work.
Yeah.
So the stop and go was tough, but now that things are a little bit back to normal, it makes it a little bit easier.
Folks, I've been out here for about the last half hour watching the practice here. The Trojans getting ready. They open, I think, next Friday at Portage Central on the road, and then they come back and host the River Rouge Panthers, which is a really good program. You got two non-conference tests, if you will, before you get into CAAC Blues, so that's good. But I think it's so cool. This is kind of like the Ohio model, where everybody's in the playoffs. You play 6 games, and then you just keep playing.
Correct.
Let's see if you can get to, what does it take, 11 to win the state championship?
Yeah, that's about right. So everyone that's playing football gets 7 games.
7 games.
They get 7 games at least.
Just too shy of what you normally would have.
Correct.
And you can get more if you keep winning.
Yep.
And let me tell you, folks, I've followed this program a long time. My son played here about 10 years ago. This is as good a team. probably since that 91 or maybe your senior year, 92 team, you should have won a second state championship, Rufus.
We
You
lost in the
should have.
semifinals. Yeah, we lost in
You
the
should have went back to back.
We had a good chance, and we went up against a good team.
But compare, if you will, this team, which has got a lot of speed, folks. I mean, they got some burners on this team. So that
Times
fair?
It may not be fair. Times are a little bit different. The team that I played on, one of the great things that gets lost, and the younger guys on the team talk about it all the time, we naturally had some great senior leaders.
Right.
And leadership comes in different forms.
It does.
Those guys just made us really feel involved. One of the things I like about this team, this current East Lansing team, there's something about these kids where they're very encouraging of each other. Their leadership is still a work in progress.
Right.
But they do not, the word we use at home, they don't hate on each other.
No, I don't. I noticed that in practice. Some ribbon here and there. A scout team would make a play on the ones, and that you'd be like, that normal stuff you see.
Right.
But it wasn't mean spirited.
No, outside of normal competitiveness, everyone wants to play, everyone wants to start.
Right.
But when the second guy gets in, or the third guy, or the 1B guy gets in, they're all really encouraging to each other.
I know.
And so for me, that's a sign of togetherness, which we had on that state championship team. We'll just see how they mature and how they're able to grow because of the way the season is just kind of been segmented.
Yeah.
And it's tough to get into the flow when we can't go have a pizza party. We can't go have a barbecue.
They're not even going to school. They're not even in the schoolhouse.
Right. So they don't see each other in the same.
No fans and all that.
Correct. They don't see each other in the same way every day.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is exactly fair. However, we do have a chance to have a really good season.
Yeah, you do. And I'm looking forward to that. I'll be at that River Rouge game, Rufus. Media person there on the sidelines a week from Friday. And listen, appreciate everybody watching Tom's Take with Rufus Jackson. I'm telling you what, watch out for the Trojans. They're going to be a terrific team here in 2020, this very unique 2020 high school football campaign. Until tomorrow for another Tom's Take, have a great night.